There's something.
There's only one doctor. There's just one doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
Many forms, exactly.
Many forms.
It's all the same character.
But I mean, I love the show. I mean, I started it much as Chris did. I started watching it as a very young guy. It came on PBS, which was a local channel. They showed them out of order. There was no context for the larger story. I mean, they would show the story arcs in order, but
they show the 4 episodes.
But yeah, they'd show the 4 episodes or sometimes 6, and that would be, you know, over a period of a month or so, and then they would move to something else. And so, but for years for me, it was Tom Baker. Because Tom Baker just happened to be on when I found it. And, you know, going back and watching all those now, I love Tom Baker, and he'll be one of my favorites forever because he was my first, and because he's had the role the longest, even to date. He's the most iconic. I mean, who can forget that wonderful head of crazy hair that he probably loses things in all the time, like cars. And yes, the Nabashin of Doctor Who. I like that. But he's got the great scarf, the wonderful outfits, but it's that just bohemian give-a-shitness about him, which is wonderful. That grin, like there's a wonderful line where someone tells him, "You're crazy." He's like, "Yes, I know, isn't it marvelous?" And I mean, that to me is the Doctor, and he was wonderful. But you know, he was my first, and so later, because they showed them out of order, Davidson was not the next Doctor I saw. The next one was McCoy, and I hated him because, as far you know, between Baker and I mean, like they're not even close in height. I'm like, wow, this is ridiculous.
The height difference between Baker and McCoy is about like this.
Yes. And I didn't like it because, you know, they're like, what have you done with my Doctor? This show is ridiculous. You can't fool me. I don't care if you have a TARDIS. You're not there. Yeah, what?
Now there's a clown playing the
Doctor. Now there's a clown. I don't like clowns. But you know, it was much later when I happened to have a roommate that had all the VHSs. She had taped many of them from her days when she was watching it on PBS, as I did, but she had all the VHSs that were coming out for sale. And I'm like, wow, there's a whole Doctors I've never even heard of. I didn't know how many there were. And so I went back and started watching like the old stuff, the original stuff, you know, starting with Unearthly Child, with Hartnell, and then later Trotman and all this. And to be perfectly honest with you, there's not, I mean, everyone has the Doctor they love, and everyone likewise has the Doctor they absolutely hate, and they you know, kind of think, oh my God, he cast a shadow on the show for so long, and thank God so-and-so came on. I don't think any of them did, and watching them now, I love all of them. Even the lesser known ones are the ones that people aren't so very fond of. I know Colin Baker is not very fond.
Wow.
So great.
Unearthly Child, the very first episode of Doctor Who.